What's going on, guys? It's me, SemiMong, and I am back on Albion Online. This time I am leveling up a Warbow, and that's because in my last PvP attempts or PvP fails video, I unfortunately got absolutely ganked. I got destroyed. So I went out with my Great Fire Staff, which I'm going to carry on using. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. But I went out with my Great Fire Staff, just thought I'd try and get a few sneaky kills, and just ended up getting absolutely grouped up on by a ton of people, got duoed on. But then also, when I did find some single targets, it wasn't the best. Like, I did have some trouble. So I thought what I'm going to do is switch up and start using bows for single target solo PvP. And then use my Great Fire Staff for AoE damage. And then sort of Zerg versus Zergs, big group PvP and stuff like that. Because with the Great Fire Staff, you've got your Pillar of Fire, which obviously on a choke point will absolutely just hit tons of targets, especially in a big ZVZ. And then you've also got just your, Fire Bomb, which hits multiple targets, and your Wall of Flame. So you've got a ton of AoE damage and just sort of controllability. But compared to a bow, which has really high damage single target, really high damage single target damage, like, my English when pre-recording is insane. But yeah, I've switched to the bow just because when I was actually out attacking in that PvP video, I couldn't get any single target damage off. If I wasn't being grouped up on, I was being duoed or, as I said, in a single fight. And what I found was that my cast time was screwing me over. So I could have just switched to the instant spells, but I thought, like, most of the Great Fire Staff is AoE spells anyway. But by the time that I was getting a cast off, melee fighters, Clarent Blade users, double staff blade users were all able to like dash towards me, stun me, or gain some sort of CC on me that I just wasn't able to get my cast off in time. By the time I'd got my Firebomb cast off, which is only 1.5 seconds by the way, I was already at half health. So I've switched to the bow just because it's more single target damage. Now, the only sort of AoE spell it's got is the one you just saw, the cone, which actually hits any targets in front of you for a certain amount of damage. It has got a single target option, which does a little bit more damage, but it's once again a 1.5 second cast. So in solo PvP, I don't know if it would be that good. Now what you're seeing in the background is actually me using a tier 3 bow. I've not gotten up to tier 4 yet to use the Warbow, but once I use the Warbow, I'm going to be using the cone that you just saw to do AoE damage. And then you can get a poison shot or a speed shot. You've just got to level it up. And then it's got the magical arrow. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that at the end. And the magical arrow is just a giant single target damage spell. You aim and you click and it will just shoot a giant arrow. But the further away your target is, the more damage it will do to them. So if you can land that skill shot from a distance, be sure to try it. But even up close, it still does a good 400 damage at tier 4, that is, because I'm currently only tier 4. So I went to the black zone and I am literally just farming up my bow to tier 4. And what you can expect is in the next few days, as I start to gather and craft from the black zone, it's just me trying to get some solo PvP kills with the Warbow. Hopefully I get it to tier 5 by the end of the week. But yeah, guys, that was it. Just a quick update video to say that I am progressing in different ways. I am gathering, I'm crafting, I'm collecting different weapons. Let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. Like, I love to connect with you all, reply to as many comments as I can, and obviously try and cater the content to what you would like to see. If you'd like to see more bosses like this, be sure to let me know, because I like dungeoning in Albion Online. Like, I like going to random different dungeons to see if there's rare bosses there, see if it's just a normal boss, how big the dungeon is, and obviously in a black zone, if I find anyone, that means I can kill them as well. Guys, if you've enjoyed, be sure to leave that like down below. My Twitter and Instagram are in the description down below as well for other gaming screenshots and products. And as always, thank you for all of the support. It's been absolutely insane, and I will see you on the next video.